Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. How are you?
Dandavat Pranam Mataji. Hare Krishna.
How's everyone?
Divine Grace Mataji. All right.
Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I thought you're
Hare
not there.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. How are you?
Yeah, good Mataji. So you're there, so I have no tensions now here.
Yes, yes, Hari bol. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Okay, I will leave Mataji. Thank you.
Sure, sure. So as we are waiting for more devotees to join, we can do maybe small kirtan. Jai Radha Madhav. Anybody wants to do kirtan? Anybody is willing, volunteer to do the kirtan? Whatever kirtan you know, maybe Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Mahamantra Kirtan or Jai Radha Madhav. Okay, otherwise I will do. Jai Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari. You can say with me. Jaya Radha Madhava
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari.
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha.
Jaya Girivaradhari
Jaya Girivaradhari.
Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana
Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Jamuna Tira Vanachari.
Jaya Radha Madhava
Jaya
Jaya
Radha
Kunja
Madhava.
Bihari
Jaya Radha Madhava. Jaya Kunja Vihari.
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari
Jaya Gopi Jaya Gopi Jana
Girivaradhari
Vallabha. Jaya Girivaradhari.
Jaya Girivaradhari
Jaya Girivaradhari.
Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana
Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana
Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Jaya Radha Madhava
Jaya Radha Madhava. Jaya Kunja Vihari.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna.
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva.
Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva.
Nitai Gaur Haribo, Haribo,
Nitai Gaur,
Haribo, Nitai Gaur Haribo.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Shri Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki,
Jai,
Harinam Sankirtan ki,
Jai,
Jai.
Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Hari
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 Bol.
Bol.
So this Kirtan, Jai Radha Madhav, it is said, actually this contains the whole Vrindavan itself. Jai Radha Madhav. Radharani is there, Krishna is there, Jai Kunj Bihari. It mentions about the Kunj also, and Krishna is roaming in those Kunj. Jai Gopi Jan Vallabh. So Krishna is Gopi Jan Vallabh, so there is mention of gopis also. Jai Girivardhari, there is mention of Govardhan Parvat also. Yashoda Nandan, there is mention of Yashoda Maya also. Braj Jan Ranchan, the whole Braj is mentioned here. Jamuna Tirvanchari, so there is mention of Yamuna also. So this 4 lines, it contain all the things in the Braj for which the Braj is so unique. So everything is there in this bhajan. Hari Bol. Okay, so now let's start our class today. So we are doing Canto 6, Chapter 18. Today we are supposed to do Shloka 66 to 71. Okay, so Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So this is chapter 16. This is chapter 18, Canto 6, chapter 18. Diti vows to kill King Indra. So you have been listening the story from all those days, so you know the story. So today we are going to start for 66, Shloka 66. So let's start. Who is going to read 66 and 67, the translation?
Amay
Who would
Mataji.
like to read? Okay, Prabhu, Krishnamurti Prabhu, Hari Bol,
Yes.
please.
Tell her it, text Mataji.
Yes, the translation, that is the translation.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Translation Basi Bhakti Vedanta Prabhupada Kupajai. If one worships the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the original person, even once, he receives the benefit of being promoted to the spiritual world and possessing the same bodily features as Vishnu. Diti worshipped Lord Vishnu for almost 1 year, adhering to a great vow. Because of such strength in spiritual life, the 49 Marutas were born. How? Then is it wonderful that the Marutas, although born from the womb of Diti, became equal to the demigods by the mercy of the Supreme Lord. Hare
Hari
Krishna.
Bol. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu, for reading. Thank you very much. So actually, this whole conversation started because Maharaja Parikshit was curious that how the sons of Diti, they became equal to demigods, how they were promoted to the post of demigods. Because in the previous class which I took, I remember I started this chapter. So I had mentioned that Kashyap Muni was married to Aditi. Among other wives, he was married to Aditi and Diti. So the sons of Aditi, they were called Adityas, and who are the Devatas. And the sons of Diti were called Daityas, who were Hiranyakashyap and Hiranyaksh, right? But then Diti also gave birth to 49 Maruts, and Indra gave them the position equal to demigods. So Maharaj Parikshit was anxious to know that how this happened. And in response to that, Shukdev Goswami is now narrating this whole pastime. Okay, so in this text, they are giving the reason that if one worships the Supreme Personality of Godhead even once, he receives the benefit of being promoted to spiritual world. So what is the benefit of worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead? That the person who worships the Supreme Personality of Godhead is promoted to the Vaikuntha Lok, spiritual world. Whereas if we worship the Devatas, we go to the Loka of the Devatas, right? In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, so whosoever worships the demigods, whichever demigod we worship, we will go to the Lok of that Devata. And if someone worships Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Prabhupada is writing, even once, he receives the benefit of being promoted to the spiritual world. And also we know that those who live in Vaikuntha, they have the same bodily feature as Lord Vishnu, Sarupya, right? They look alike, just like Lord Vishnu. So here, Diti, he had worshipped Lord Vishnu for almost 1 year because her husband, Kashyap Muni, had told her the vows to be followed, right, for 1 full year, so that she can get a son who could kill Indra. So she had adhered to the vows with full devotion, with full determination for 1 full year, and thus she became very strong in her spiritual life. In one of the previous purports, Prabhupada mentions that because what was the thinking of Diti? Why she wanted this son? What was her thinking? What was her thought?
Because she wanted to kill Indra Mataji.
Yes, she wanted to kill Indra. She wanted to get a son who could kill Indra. So this is a
Yes.
negative thought, right? It is like a revenge. And she wants to take this revenge. Why she wants to take this revenge?
Because she was having a strong feeling that her sons were killed because Indra worshipped Supreme Lord to kill them, Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha.
Yeah, because she
So-
had this feeling that Lord Vishnu had taken the side of Indra, and due to Indra, he has killed my 2 sons. And now she wanted to take revenge. But Kashyap Muni, he wanted Diti not to be revengeful. He wanted Diti to follow the rules and regulation of Vaishnav principles. So that's why he gave such a tough vows. He told such a tough vows to Diti that, okay, to get the son, you have to adhere to these vows for 1 year, so that her behavior changes, her consciousness changes, and she gets she follows the Vaishnav principle, which are the principle of devotional service. So that means she becomes a Vaishnava. She leads spiritual life. So because she had led spiritual life for 1 full year, she got 49 Marutas as her son, right? So here Shukdev Goswami is saying that if one worships the Supreme Personality of Godhead even once, he will go to Vaikuntha Lok, getting the form of the Lord himself. So here she is getting sons who are equal to demigods. So what is the big thing in that? You need not to be astonished on this fact, because this is very, very much possible. So here, do you know any other pastime where somebody worshipped Vishnu even once and he was promoted to Vaikuntha Lok, and he also got the same Chaturbhuj form and he went to Vaikuntha Lok?
Ajamil Mataji. But
Ajamil.
Mataji, Dhruva Maharaj.
Dhruv Maharaj, Ajamil. No, I'm not talking about them. Dhruv Maharaj was a pure devotee. I'm talking about if one worships even once, galti se ek baar kar liya.
Khatwanga Maharaj.
Khatwang Maharaj was a devotee. Okay, I'll give you a clue. This pastime is related to Kartik month, and the living entity is not in human form.
Mataji,
It comes-
Nalakuvera.
Which one? You know the story in Padma Puran, the pastime in Padma Puran?
Mataji, Nalakuvera and the tree, they were in the form of
Nalkubera,
Manigriva.
Manigriva, yeah.
Manigriva and Nalkuber, maybe you are giving right, like your mention is okay, but this is not what I'm looking for. What I'm thinking right now and what I'm referring to is, in Padma Puran, a pastime comes. This story comes in Padma Puran, and usually in the month of Kartik, this is told during Damodar Aarti, that there was a mushak, there was a mouse. You know this story, right?
The temple, the lamp, the mouse
Yes,
will.
yes. The temple and the lamp. Yes.
Yeah, yes, heard Mataji.
Yeah. So there was a mouse, And you know, mouse in India, what happens? They usually run around in the temple, in the homes. And usually what do they do? Especially in Diwali, I remember in our home, they used to say, okay, if we leave the lamp is lit and we go, maybe the mouse will come and take the bati here and there, and it may be dangerous. So when the temple was closed, when the temple door was closed, but still there was that diya in the temple, the lamp was there. And this mouse, it came near to that lamp, and the mouse wanted to he actually, maybe because what do the animals do? They just want to put everything in the mouth. So he took that wick and put it in the mouth. Okay. And when he put the wick in the mouth, the wick got stuck between his teeth. And the wick was not burning, but it was like this last spark was there. And because it got stuck into his teeth, he was now making an effort, and he was like trying to get rid of this. But due to that, what was happening, a lot of air was coming out of his mouth. And due to that air, what happened? The fire got ignited again. And when the fire got ignited again, the wick started burning. And when the wick started burning, now the mouse was feeling the heat, and the wick was burning and burning, coming near to his mouth. He was feeling the heat. So he started jumping up and down with that wick. So in front of Lord Vishnu in the month of Kartik, a mouse was jumping up and down who had a wick, a lit wick in his mouth. But what happened? He could not get rid of that wick from his teeth, and due to that, got burnt. And how the Lord Vishnu took it? Lord Vishnu took it, oh, in the month of Damodar, this mouse, this living entity is offering lamp to me, and also he is dancing. So immediately on leaving this body, he got the Chaturbhuj Swarup of Vishnu, and he was promoted to Vaikuntha Lok. So if one worships, and that one can be in any form, in any body, not necessarily in human body, that one can be in any body, in animal body, in bird body, in tree body, even Nalkuber Manigriv is a very good example. So even in the tree body, so that person is promoted to the spiritual world. That is the mercy of the Lord. This is how the Lord is so merciful. And that is why it is said Bhakti Yoga is the best, right? Bhakti Yoga is the best, because in Bhakti Yoga, what we are doing is nothing, but what Krishna is doing mercy on us is immense. It is immense. Due to his mercy, we are able to do these small sevas, and we are able to do small devotional service. But Krishna, with his mercy, is making us steady on this path. So it is it is the topmost yoga. The Bhakti Yoga is the topmost yoga. And with the help of, due to this Bhakti Yoga only, Diti, he got 49 sons, and those 49 sons became equal to the demigods. Okay. So now let's go to text 68. Who will read the translation for text 68?
May I read, Mataji?
Okay, please, Mataji, please go ahead.
Text 68. Because of worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Diti was completely purified. When she got up from the bed, she saw her 49 sons along with Indra. These 49 sons were all as brilliant as fire and were in friendship with Indra, and therefore she was very pleased. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So now, because she worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because she was very strong in her spiritual sadhana, and she was purified, right? Spiritual sadhana purifies. Now we see another, first we saw that it is so potent, the worship of the Lord, the worshipping of Supreme Personality of Godhead is so potent that even anybody worships the Lord once will be promoted to the spiritual world. And what happens when they are in the material world? They get completely purified. Cheto Darpan Marjana. Harinam is Cheto Darpan Marjana. It is the cleanser which cleans our heart completely. So likewise, Diti was also completely purified. And when she got up from the bed, what did she see? She saw that she has 49 sons. She was asking for one son only, right? But now she had got 49 sons, and they were as brilliant as fire. They were looking like demigods. Their brilliance was like demigods. And when she saw those 49 brilliant sons, and they were not behaving like enemy to Indra. Indra was like friendly, very friendly with them. So she became very, very happy. So now we see again Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga alone has the power to cleanse our heart. Karma Yoga, Gyan Yoga, Dhyan Yoga, nothing can cleanse our heart. Nothing can cleanse our heart, because what happens, all these things are like, we try to do something, but then there may be a fall down. It may be very difficult. And again, we are same how our consciousness remains same, nothing changes. It is only with the Bhakti Yoga that our consciousness changes and we become completely purified. Okay, so now let's go to text 9. Let's read 69 and 70 together. Who will read both translations, 69 and 70? None of them have actually purport in Bhagavatam, because this is the story. So in Bhagavatam, there is no purport for all these 5 shlokas. Okay, 69 and 70, who is going to read?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Okay,
Read.
please, Mataji, go ahead.
Mataji, is there any specific reason we are not starting from verse 1? I just wanted to know that.
We had done this verse 1.
Oh, already finished?
Yeah. It has been covering every day.
Okay. I thought we are starting the chapter. Okay, Mataji.
No.
Thank you.
The last week I took the class. At that time, the chapter was started. So
Okay.
we are covering. Yeah. So teachers are covering it daily.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji,
69.
please go ahead for 69 and 70.
Okay, 69, 70. Translation by Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Text 69. Thereafter, Diti said to Indra, "My dear son, I adhered to this difficult oath just to get a son to kill you 12 Adityas." Text 70. I prayed for only one son, but now I see that there are 49. How has this happened? My dear son Indra, if you know, please tell me the truth. Do not try to speak lies.
So now Diti is very surprised, and she's addressing Indra as my dear son. Look at the purification. Look at the transformation of her heart. Basically, she wanted a son who could kill Indra, and now she's calling Indra as her son. And she's clearly telling him, so pure at heart now, this is the power of devotional service. That I did this difficult vow. I followed this difficult vow for full 1 year because I wanted to get a son who could kill all you 12 Adityas. Not only Indra, she wanted all the 12 Adityas to be killed. Okay. But then she said, I prayed only for one son. And now I see that I have got 49. And how this has happened, you have to tell me the truth, because Indra was standing next to them. And then let's see what Indra replied in text 71. Okay. Who will read text 71?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Dhanavad Pranam. Text 71, translation by Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Indra replied, "My dear mother, because I was grossly blinded by selfish interests, I lost sight of religion. When I understood that you were observing a great vow in spiritual life, I wanted to find some fault in you. When I found such a fault, I entered your womb and cut the embryo to pieces." Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Haribol. So
Hare.
actually we are supposed to cover up to Shloka 71 only. So we will not cover more, but we can do more discussion on this. So text 71, Indra says that my dear mother, now Indra is also replying to Diti, addressing her as mother, that I had become blinded by selfish interest. What selfish interest? Because he came to know that mother Diti, she is doing all these vows because she wants a son who could kill me. And to protect himself, he said, okay, that I lost the sight of religion. And what is religion? What's wrong? What is right? What is right? What is wrong? That discrimination, when we lose, this is called we lose the sight of religion. And that is why I forgot all the values. Dharma kya hai? Main ye bhool hi gaya tha. And when I understood that you were observing a great vow in spiritual life, I wanted to find some fault in you. He wanted to find, because Kashyap Muni had told Diti that you have to follow these vows, and he had told 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this, a list of the vows, and everything has to be done, like nothing should be broken, not even a single vow should be broken. And even if one vow is broken, then you won't be able to get a son who would kill Indra. So Indra, he was looking for an opportunity where Diti just slips and she just does not follow even one of the vow, and then he will avail the opportunity. Anybody knows what was the opportunity Indra availed? What happened when Diti did not follow the vow? In the previous story, you must have heard from other teachers. So which was the vow she did not follow? Anybody remembers?
Washing her mouth and hands after
Washing
the
her legs, yes. She was
Yeah.
not supposed to sleep without washing her feet and legs. And one day she was so tired that she slept without washing her legs. And Indra was there already because he had this selfish interest. So he had already come to the house of Diti and became her servant, so that he could observe everything what she is doing. And whenever he gets an opportunity, he does his work. And when he saw that, oh, today she has broken the vow, then what he did, when I found such a fault, I entered your womb. He became very small. He has all the mystic powers. He is Indra, right? Very powerful. So he has all the mystic powers, all the siddhis. So using his siddhi, he became very, very small, and he entered the womb of Diti and then cut the embryo into 7 pieces. Okay. So here we see that how Indra has acted selfishly and how Diti was also blinded by the revenge. But what changed their heart? How all this transformation of heart has happened? How both of them have got changed?
Mataji, because of devotional service.
Because of devotional service. Because Diti was doing devotional service unflinchingly for 1 full year. Okay. And today is a very beautiful day. Today is Ekadashi and today is Vaman Dev appearance also, right? And one of the 12 Adityas, Vaman Dev is one of the 12 Adityas, which are mentioned in this pastime, that Diti said that I wanted a son who could kill all you 12 Adityas, and Vaman Dev is one of the 12 Adityas. And today is the appearance day of Vaman Dev. So it's such a beautiful day on which we are reading this pastime. So now let's discuss a little bit why we think that devotional service is supreme. What comes in your mind when I ask that why do you think, what are the benefits of devotional service? If we are on the path of Bhakti Yoga, how we are better than walking on other path, Karma Yoga, Gyan Yoga, Dhyan Yoga? Any idea comes in your mind? Why Bhakti Yoga is better? Do you agree that Bhakti Yoga is the best? It is the topmost yoga?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Any reason why you think so? Why so?
So many, Mataji, so many.
Okay.
Frees us from the cycle of birth and death. And it helps us to get out of these 3 miseries, na? Threefold birth, death, old age, disease, all that. And
but tell me one thing, what is the ultimate goal of Bhakti Yoga? Is it to get rid of this cycle of birth and death? Is it to get out of this 3 miseries?
No, it's pure devotional service.
loving
Yes,
service.
it is Krishna Prema. Krishna
Yeah.
Prema is the
Yeah.
ultimate goal. We are not looking for getting rid of this janam mrityu ke chakkar se mukti mil jaye. No, we are not looking at this. We are not looking that I should not be subjected to adi devik, adi bhautik or adhyatmik miseries. No, we are looking to get the love from Krishna. So it's Krishna Prem. That is the ultimate goal. And number one reason is that no other path gives us this goal. Other path may give the goal of getting rid of birth and death, getting rid of our pap, getting rid of this, getting rid of that. But it's only Bhakti which gives us Krishna Prem. So this is number one. Why Bhakti Yoga is supreme. Any other reason? Any other point comes in your mind?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
It's very easy and so both purifying as well as achieving the goal of love of Godhead, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, wonderful point. It is
Other
very
yoga purifies the senses, but we have to come to Bhakti Yoga to get the love of Godhead. Mataji.
Yes. It is very easy and very Sukham. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Su Sukham. And it is very quicker also. This path is very quick. Somebody just mentioned Khatwang Maharaj. But Khatwang Maharaj could get the Krishna Prem in 1 second. So it's very, very quick. There is no time limit that, okay, you have to have this many years in bhakti only, then you will get. It depends on our consciousness. It depends on our lolyam, that with what eagerness we are calling for Krishna. So it's very easy, very quick, and it is purifying. It is purifying. Purification is very, very easy. We can see in this pastime, in this example, that how Diti got purified. Diti is the mother of two deadliest of demons, Hiranyakashyap and Hiranyaksh. And even after that, her heart is not clean. It is full of revenge because both of her sons were killed. But 1 year of devotional service changed her so much that she became purified. And she got 49 sons who got the position of demigods. So she got the honor of being the mother of demigods. So Bhakti Yoga is very quick, very easy, and it is purifying. Okay, what else anybody would like to say?
Mataji, may I say?
Yes, sure,
Hearing-
Mataji, please.
Mataji, she was having hatred towards Indra, and she was also having a thought of violence. Now she has love towards Indra. The bhakti has changed her mood totally.
Completely.
So now she is calling him son, and hence her kids, that 49 kids, are also treating Indra as their brother.
Yes.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes. And this is all happened due to devotional service. Okay.
Hare Krishna,
Anybody else?
Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Mataji, are we also deserve for this?
You mean to say that we will also get purification like this?
Ah.
Yes, Prabhu. There is no discrimination in bhakti.
Oh, thank you,
Bhakti,
Mataji. Thank you,
Bhakti,
Mataji.
yes. You know, the another thing which will give answer to your question also, and which is Krishna works here. It is Krishna's mercy which works. It is not our effort which works in Bhakti Yoga. If we are doing Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyan Yoga, I have to put my own effort from my own side to get the knowledge, to work, to do meditation. So I have to do efforts from my own side.
Yes,
And
Mataji.
what I will get will be in proportion to my efforts.
Yes.
If I am doing efforts, it's good and I will get the result. If I'm not doing efforts, I will not get the result. And even after doing the efforts, I may fall down.
Yes,
Just like
Mataji.
we have the example of Vishwamitra in front of us. 60,000 years he did tapasya.
Yes.
And then one fine day he fell down. All 60,000 years became zero. So this is a risk on the path of Karma Yoga, Dhyan Yoga, and Jnana Yoga. But on the path of Bhakti, it's not us. It's Krishna who is taking care of us. Krishna says, "Arey, tum kidhar jaoge?" Once you have come on this, Krishna says, "I won't let you go." So
Yes,
Krishna,
Mataji.
it is the mercy of Krishna, and Krishna is not partial. He gives gives his prem to everybody. He gives this purification to everybody. The only thing is, all this thing is, we should have the desire.
Yes.
When we have the desire, Krishna reciprocates. So we
Okay.
should have the desire.
Hare Krishna, I
There
understand.
is a concept you must be knowing, Marjorie Bhav and Markat Bhav.
Right?
Right? Markat is monkey, the
Yes.
child of monkey and
A
the child
cat.
of cat. What is the
Kitten.
difference between the two?
Risk lies with the monkey, baby monkey, whereas kitten is always in the protection of cat.
Right. So what we should be like baby monkey, or we should be like kitten?
We must be kitten only.
Kitten, yes.
Yes.
Very good. Marjorie Bhav, yes.
Yes, thank you,
Marjorie
Mataji.
Bhav is bhakti, and
Yes.
Markat Bhav is Jnana Yoga, Dhyan Yoga, and Karma Yoga.
Risk lies
Okay.
with them only. This
Yes.
entire risk lies with the Supreme Lord.
Yes.
Thank you,
Prabhu, we all are 100% eligible to get this purification.
Hari bol, Hari.
Very good.
Thank
The only
you,
thing
thank
is
you.
we have to chant.
We will
Chant
do that
16 rounds daily.
sincerely.
Today's Ekadashi, try to do more rounds.
Yes,
And
Mataji.
if we are doing our 16 rounds daily, Prabhupada says you need not to worry.
Yes,
You
Mataji.
need
We are
not to worry.
doing.
Your duty is only to do 16 rounds. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you,
Hari
Mataji.
bol, Hari bol.
Hari bol.
Divya Mataji, you raised your hand.
No, Mataji, to read the translations.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, Mataji. We are reading and we have read the 71 shlokas. Okay. Anybody else wants to say something regarding Bhakti Yoga, supremacy of Bhakti
Mataji,
Yoga?
I've read in devotional service, there are two types, right? Pravritti Marga, Nivritti Marga.
Hmm.
I don't know how it is connected to this, but we should always follow that renunciation, right? It is the topmost, right? I mean, it connects us to the Bhakti Yoga, something like that. Because Pravritti Marga is sense, the enjoyment, devotion.
To indulge. Yes. And Nivritti Marga is to abstain.
Okay, yeah.
Right. But to be true, even I'm not very sure how both of them apply to the devotional service.
Okay.
So yeah,
I
so
think the
maybe
knowledge and
because
detachment, right? So both aspects.
knowledge and detachment is okay. Knowledge and
So
detachment are called
by
the two
doing the
sons of
devotional
Bhakti.
service, you get that automatically, the
Yes,
costless mercy.
yes, because knowledge and detachment, Gyan and Vairagya, are called the two sons of Bhakti.
Yeah.
So they are Bhakti is the mother and these two are the sons. So wherever mother will go, the two children, to the two sons will automatically follow the mother. So if we are on the path of Bhakti, Gyan and Vairagya will automatically come. We don't have to do any effort to earn the knowledge or to have the renunciation. We need not to do any effort. Automatically it will come. But on the other hand, if we are after the Gyan, Bhakti will not come. If we are after renunciation, Vairagya, Bhakti will not come. But if we have Bhakti, it is the inbuilt mechanism that Gyan and Vairagya both will come. Okay, so knowledge and detachment will be there. Hari bol.
Very
Any other point? Salome Mataji, would you like to say something?
No, Mataji, Bhakti is very hard. And, it is said that your Krishna consciousness, from where you left off in your previous birth, what you found difficulty then is where you are here and you find difficulty here. And I can actually relate to that. I find difficulty in a few things, like chanting, especially. And, I realized that was where I was stuck in my previous birth. And I need to give effort to it, but it's so difficult, Mataji. The desire is there. It's just, how do you do it? And people say when you go to...
difficult? Why you find the chanting difficult, Mataji?
It's to pick up the beads, It's like, I don't know, Mataji, and, I'm like guided by all of you Vaishnavas to help me. I will I'll be distracted and do other things instead of chanting. So before I sleep, it becomes a panic, and then I'll chant. I even get up early, but in that time I'm making lunch and stuff. So I don't know, maybe you can all help me on how to get that right.
So first thing, Mataji, what I heard and what I understood from your talk is that you said Bhakti is hard. Actually, Bhakti is not hard. Bhakti is very, very easy. One of the points Mataji discussed that Bhakti is very easy, Bhakti is very quick. And Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita, it is very easy and very quick. So our mental conditioning make it difficult. Like, okay, morning, as you said, morning you get up, but you are busy making lunch. As mothers, as wife, we all have so many work to do, but we have to make sure that there is certain time which I have to give to Krishna, because again, another thing, bhakti is what? Relationship with Krishna. And when we are chanting, that is our me time with Krishna. See, we talk to our parents, we talk to our children, we talk to our spouse, and that time we are paying the attention to them only. Those 10 minutes, those 15 minutes or 30 minutes of our day, we are devoting only to our children. Like my children, they stay abroad. So when I talk to them, that 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, I exclusively talk to them. Similarly, my parents are in India. So I talk to them and I'm not doing any other thing. So much concern and so much affection I have for my parents, for my children, then it applies to Krishna as well. When I'm talking to Krishna, why I should think of something else? Why there should be distraction? So when I talk to Krishna, my talk time to Krishna is the time when I'm doing the chanting. Because through chanting, it is said, we are calling Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This is not only 16 word mantra. We are calling Krishna, we are calling Radharani. So when we are calling them, they are actually coming. And when they are coming, how we are treating them? Oh, I'm busy doing this thing, I'm busy doing that thing, my mind is wandering, I'm distracting. That is not okay. Do you treat any guest like this who comes to your home? How we can take Krishna so lightly? You have to give 100% focus and attention of that much time. Whether you do 1 round, whether you do 2 rounds, that does not matter much. But yes, what matters is your consciousness at the time of the chanting. Don't think I have to do 16 rounds complete. No, do 1 round. Sometime when, as you said, you are not able to do the chanting, morning you are getting up, but you are making lunch. Night, I can guarantee nobody can chant. Even the devotees who are senior devotees, before sleeping, nobody can chant because we are so tired after whole of the day. There is only one sutra of doing chanting. Get up early in the morning. The first thing in the day should be your chanting. That's the only 1 point program which can make you successful in chanting. Other than that, nothing works in chanting. So the first thing during the day should be chanting. So even if you are getting up early and you have other things to do, maybe you can get up 15 minutes more earlier. Give those 15 minutes to chanting, or you can manage your work this way. Okay, I can delay my work by 15 minutes or 20 minutes. Some adjustment you have to make, Mataji. Like that is your personal arrangement, but you should make that arrangement giving priority to chanting.
Yes,
And tell
thank you,
yourself
Mataji. Yeah, sometimes I struggle with the full 16. I do chant every day, and focused as well. So I think when I'm trying too hard to focus on every mantra, that's where, it takes longer, or, something.
Once one disciple of Prabhupada, he asked this question to Prabhupada. Prabhupada ji, I am not able to focus on the mantra, right? And I'm also not able to focus on chanting. When I'm chanting, my mind is wandering. Prabhupada said, then who asks you to focus on the chanting? You just use your tongue. Yes, you just use your tongue and your hand. Look at your senses, because that is your level. We are not Siddha Purush. We are not, we cannot call ourselves as sadhak still. So your level is that you just chant and you just do practice, abhyas yoga. Practice makes a man perfect. And by doing this practice of chanting daily, you will go to the level where your mind will be not distracted. But in the beginning, if you think that your mind will not be distracted and you will have full focus in the chanting, that is not possible, and don't focus on that and don't aim that. So we should also do the same thing. Whenever we are chanting, just listen the chant. Listen, say little loud, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. It should be audible to yourself. It helps in reducing the distraction because you are listening to your sound. So that will help reducing your distraction, but don't focus unnecessarily on reducing the distraction because that will take you away from the chanting. So just chant.
In fact, today I was asking this question. How to develop the taste for chanting? I was asking this question, Mataji.
Hari bol, Mataji. This is a big question.
You were telling me you stop coffee, tea first. All these things, whatever intake you're having, it affects your mind and chanting, everything. Yes. So I said, yeah, Mataji, slowly I'm stopping. Onion, garlic already stopped last 2 years, but coffee, tea, we're very much used to since childhood. So maybe that is one of the reason, you're not able to be energetic, lively, and
these are all external factors which might help us and which help us. It's not that they don't help, because again, it works at the level of guna, that lasun, onion, garlic, tea, coffee, they are all in tamogun and rajogun. So if we are eating the food which is in predominantly, which is tamoguni and rajoguni, how can we be in satogun? So that is one way, external factor to reduce all those things. But how to have love, how to increase the love for the chanting? You have to pray to Krishna and Radharani. That is very, very important. Externally, you make effort, and internally, you pray to them. Tell them, Krishna, I want to do the chanting properly. I want to feel the love. And even Salome Mataji, you can also do the same. Pray to Krishna that I want to chant early in the morning. And I want to do, please, you have to make arrangement. I don't know anything, but you have to arrange my day like this, that I'm able to do chanting. And Mataji, for having the love for the name of the Lord, association of devotees is very, very important. So pray to Krishna, he should give you more and more association of devotees, association of pure devotees, senior devotees who are very sincere in their chanting. When we see them doing the chanting with full bhav, we also get that bhava. Krishna, pray to Krishna and Radharani and you will get it.
Thank you, Mataji. You know, when I went to the Govardhan Hill, one of my godbrothers told me that anything I ask Govardhan for Giriraj for, he will give me. And and I asked for me to be able to chant, and I don't know what is stopping me, Mataji. That's the only thing I asked. In fact, every deity I went to when I was in Vrindavan, Mayapur, that's the only thing I've asked all of them. You know, I stood in front of Gaurnitai and Krishna Balaram and Radha Shyama, and I said, please let me be able to chant.
Mataji, you have such a sincere desire. You have asked all the deities in Vrindavan to grant you this. So you should be assured that you will get it soon. You will get it soon. Once, I remember one conversation with Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. Somebody told the same thing, that I'm not able to do the chanting properly, or I'm not able to do the chant. Then Jayapataka Swami Maharaj said, make sure that you are saying the Prabhupada Pranati and Panch Tattva mantra very nicely before the chanting. So before the chanting, say Prabhupada Pranati, right? Nama Om Vishnu Padaya, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Because we take the shelter, we ourselves have no qualification to be able to do chanting. We take the shelter of Panchatattva, we take the shelter of Srila Prabhupada. With their mercy, we will be able to do the chanting. So, you know, it's the shelter of the devotees. Sometimes Krishna says, okay, go to my devotee and take the shelter. So take shelter of Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you, Mataji. I'll do that. But before the Maha Mantra, I don't say Nama Om. We only say,
you have to say Prabhupada Pranati. Without Prabhupada Pranati, we cannot. We have to say Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. We have to take shelter of Srila Prabhupada. And why we have to take shelter of Srila Prabhupada and Panchatattva? Because while doing chanting, we do so many offenses. We are not doing offenseless chanting. So with their mercy, with their kripa, they will take away all our offenses. So please say this mantra. And
I was taught to say. Yeah, I was taught to say Jai Shri Krishna, only the Panchatattva, but I'm going to say that Nama Om now.
Yes, Prabhupada Pranati, yes.
Yes, thank you so much, Mataji, for your advice. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Haribol Mataji. And I'm sure Prabhupada will be so merciful to you, and he will give you have this desire, this sincere desire, and he will fulfill your desire, and you will be able to do chanting very smoothly.
Haribol Mataji, very nice advice.
Thank you,
Mataji. I have a practical problem, Mataji.
Yeah.
Mataji,
let Saraswati Mataji complete. Yes, Saraswati Mataji.
I have a practical problem, Mataji. Like I've set a routine for my sadhana, and if any impediments like anybody illness and like guests or something like that, I'm getting so irritated and bad mood nowadays, Mataji. Before I was not at all like this. So I don't know why it's happening to me. I'm not getting enough time to complete my sadhana. So I don't know what to do, Mataji. I'm getting really irritated.
What happened, we are doing more work, we are taking more work and doing more work than actually what we can do. So that makes us irritable, that makes us in a bad mood, because I have a lot of work to do. I have so many responsibilities, but I'm not able to complete, and I don't see that I will be able to complete them during the day. And that affects our sadhana, that affects our mood. So first you have to check this thing, that Are you doing too much work? Are you taking too much responsibilities on yourself? Another thing is check your physical health. Sometimes we are not physically well. We feel tired. There might be some problem. We may not be energetic. And that also reflects in our mood.
And when I get irritated, I feel all the more bad because the Lord has told us to be calm, quiet, and not get angry.
Yes.
So all
Yes.
the more it's becoming a vicious cycle. Like
Yeah. When we get irritated, actually, yes, that is very bad because see, it is said that when we are irritated, when we are in a bad mood or when we are angry, we talk to some other person later. First, we feel that anger, that irritability, that bad mood ourselves. It affects me first. Then it will affect to any other person to whom I will speak. So that means since you get into this mood, you are the one who is suffering the most. And that's why you are feeling bad. So tell yourself why I need to be irritable with myself, why I need to be angry with myself. I don't deserve this. I am devotee of the Lord. Krishna is taking care of me. So Krishna doesn't want this happen to me and he won't like this thing happen to me. So you have to take care of this body as a, in Hindi we call darohar, like as a pledge like of Krishna. So you cannot do all these things to yourself that you are irritable, you are angry. So try to feel positive, try to think of Krishna whenever you have such type of mood. It might help you, Mataji. It might take, but first you find the reasons also. Are you not physically well? Are you having too many responsibilities? Or you are judging yourself with other person's expectations? People are having so many expectations from you. So you have to check all these things, your surroundings. What's making you like this? You were not like this. And then you have to teach, on the other hand, yourself that no, I don't have to become irritable. I don't have to become angry with myself first and then with anyone else.
yes, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Actually, a lot of responsibilities, Mataji. That is.
This happens with females. This is a very common case that we have a lot of responsibilities and there are no people who share our responsibilities. In such a case, you have to tell clearly that I have my sadhana to be done. I have my chanting to be done. So I can do this much and I want somebody else to do my help and take this much responsibility.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. Nice talking to you.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Thank you. So can we close the session now? It is 7:25. So I wish everyone a very happy Ekadashi, a very happy Vaman Dwadashi once again, and wish you all a very happy and successful devotional life. Okay. So Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna,
Thank you,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Salome Mataji. And I wish to hear from you soon that you are doing your chanting flawlessly. Hari Bol.